Hey guys, how's it going? So, getting caught up on some of the news stuff that we got going on with Path of Exile. So, skill demo Blade Blast. So, Blade Blast, casting Blade Blast deals damage in a medium-sized area at your target. Enemies hit will be unnerved, which is pretty big, increasing their spell damage taken. That's pretty much Intimidate, but for spells. And if there are any blades from EK, Blade Fall, or your own Blade Vortex in the area of effect, Blade Blast will detonate those blades as well. So that's pretty cool. So apparently you can just go ahead and use it without blades, which is kind of interesting. So I wonder if we're just going to have this as like your way to unnerve, maybe as cast with damage taken or something. Probably some way to automate that, what people do. Other than that, we got K changes, so I mean, like they're kind of described in what they do, but the big thing is to just let's watch the video. I mean, I kind of read these to kind of speed this up a little bit. Animate weapons kind of cool. What we can see in the video, I think there's 10 of them, something like that. So, alright, we're gonna full size this. So yeah. Nice big ops coming from it. There's 6 blades left behind from Blade Fall, so that's pretty cool. K doesn't seem to leave that many. I don't know if it's sticking into the enemies. Go back real quick. I mean, yeah, I wonder if EK actually sticks in the enemies there. Now this is really interesting. I know a few people have pointed this out. That is EK toggle. So do we have like a wand support, which I know there's a wand thing coming up, so I'm guessing from seeing this, which I did not read that far ahead, but I read this to kind of speed some of this up. But yeah, so we can toggle certain skills and maybe our wands will auto cast them if you're using a wand, is my guess. Maybe. So it's kind of like cast, like, I don't know, I don't even know what the name would be, but it would be like a support that turns it into a wand only skill kind of thing. So you do whatever attack, as you're doing the wand attack, you can go ahead and it'll auto cast a spell, kind of like cast while channeling, well, cast while wanding, I guess, or something, you know. But kind of what this looks like. So maybe it costs extra mana or something, and that just looks insane. Like, this is probably what I'm league starting. Blade Vortex, gonna do some crazy super crit assassin Blade Vortex thing. I've got a crazy idea to use that little amulet, only still hit 100% crit chance. We'll see if I can pull it off. Build gets expensive eventually, but I mean, we're talking like 5 to 6 million DPS if I'm starting on softcore, so pretty cool. Yeah, moving on. Well, real quick, I will say, anime weapon looks really cool. There in the video it shows about 10 blades that you can have active, so we don't know what the cap is, but that just looks good. I hope that the chains of command still works really well. That's a really cool thing. I didn't really end up using this league, and it might be something I go back to eventually. But yeah, they all look really good. Blade Fall might have a really good place right now because each of these explosions, I believe, deals its own set of damage, so technically shotgun at that point. So that's pretty nice. Then we've got changes to the Atlas. This is an awesome thing. I still didn't get the actual fully awakened all of the watchstones just because I wanted to finish up the challenges here yesterday. And yeah, we finally got that done. But as these segments are 5-segment bar, so it'll beginning after you're first able to fight the Awakener, you'll need to spawn influence in a region. The influence will spawn randomly, but will have a high chance. Once influence spawns in a region, you see a new icon and a bar next to it. So this way, once you got the influence spawned, which I hope it's a high enough chance that it doesn't feel as bad as what it already did. But once it's spawned though, map 1, this case, that's when they're spawning, so could have like 7 segments or whatever. But every time there's one lit up, you'll be met with the usual packs of monsters. Cool. Will once again be influenced with monsters, so every time it's lit up, that'll be the influence. But you'll have grayed out boxes essentially showing how many maps in between you need to get before you get the next one. We are bringing back the Sexton Vendor recipe. That is nice, so you can get the higher level ones. I was surprised that that wasn't already a thing. And Atlas Reshuffle. We are making very minimal changes to the Atlas in Path of Exile Delirium League. So we'll have to see that. Yeah. For me, I kind of just do everything. I know a lot of people want to have certain things, and doing everything kind of bricks your Atlas right now. So we'll see. You'll retain your unique map completion. Completing a higher tier map will complete all maps 1 tier below the map that you completed. For example, completing a tier 15 map will complete all maps up to tier 14. This the standard league reset thing? Okay, yeah. You know, that was a bug in the race where if you did like a shaper map or something, it would do that. So that's kind of interesting. Hopefully that doesn't bug again. Awakening level and awakening bonus objective. So they're making a few changes to the level bonuses. Your awakening level will be set for 4 watchstones that you have socketed. Cool. You can have 4 watchstones in separate regions. That's awesome. I like it. Let's see. Player having a awakening level that gradually increases a journey throughout the Atlas rather than almost all the levels coming much later. One of our goals is to provide more incentive for completing the Awakener bonus. We'll be taking a few steps to achieve this. We'll be moving the percentage increased effect of modifiers on non-unique maps bonus, the Awakening level bonus, the Awakening bonus objectives. Huh. Interesting. This will result in the sought after bonus still being available, but having a different means of acquisition. Huh. So that was on the awakening part, right? One of the reasons for doing the awakening bonus. Otherwise, all of the bonuses that awakening levels grant remain as is. Secondly, you'll be able to increase your chance of getting an Atlas mission on completing a map by completing awakening bonus objective. I mean, that's not the biggest deal. I don't know how I feel about that. We will be reducing the base chance of receiving an Atlas mission slightly. Okay. Well. But the net result is that with 75 awakening bonus objective complete, you'll be back to the 40% chance. Okay, cool, I guess. We'll also be removing the chance for maps to what? 1 tier higher from what? Okay, that's a huge nerf, yo. What is this? For real though. Okay, summary. Awakening level bonuses will give everything that they gave before except the increased effect of modifiers on non-unique maps. I mean, that's cool, I guess. I mean, that would be extra drops, right? Or is that just if they have, you know, 100 increased lightning damage than they, or whatever, as extra, then they have even more. So, cool, I guess. Oh, okay, so up to 24 now available. That is just on Awaken. Okay, cool. But this is a big deal, yo. The percent chance of maps to drop 1 tier higher, that is a nerf, yo. Come on, guys. This league was really good, and it felt fine with how many maps that were dropping. Alongside Path of Exile Delirium, we're introducing a new wand skill. So here's what I was really into. Spellslinger, there we go. Yeah, that's gotta be it. Yes, thank you. Kinetic Bolt. Anyway, back to the new skill. Each angling is so they projectiles that kind of fork off, but I don't know if that does that count yet. No, before forking. Okay. And then each going at 45 degrees from the direction of the skill was aimed. It then starts doing this at regular intervals, working 5 times. Huh, pretty cool. So, increasing and reduction to spell damage also affect this, so you pretty much have Crown of Eyes going on. And, it has a unique interaction with the number of projectile modifiers. Ooh. Causes it to fork an additional time. Add additional projectiles causes the secondary projectiles to fire this many additional projectiles each time they created by the fork. Huh. Each shot fired still performs all forks, resulting in both high single target damage and extra side projectiles. That's kind of insane with the barrage. Okay. That's cool. The Spellslinger. So, activating the skill causes all the spells to reserve mana. Okay. And when you perform a wand attack, all the skills are triggered. They have a 0.5 second cooldown and gain cooldown recovery speed as the gym level. That is awesome. Spellslinger sets the reservation cost of link spells to 15% of your maximum mana. Your one's base damage is added to the damage of the spell. What? Holy crap. Okay. Yes, please. Can we say Fizz wanding like EK builds and stuff? Like for real though. Or Ellie wand. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to get creative here in my head right now. Ellie wand, let's see. What's a good skill that does multiple types of... Yeah, I've got nothing right now. I'm thinking Wild Strike, but I'm like, no, there's not really any spell that you do. I don't know, maybe if... Okay, so if they chant... Okay, here we go. I got it. So if you have 3 different spells, you have a 1 that has... Well, no, that wouldn't work. Because I was thinking about proccing EE with 3 different spells going off. So boom, 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 boom kind of thing. And it's just always changing. I don't know, that's going to be really cool. That is really awesome. High five, guys. High five, GGG. Well played. Yeah. Anyway, the skill is offered for the witch. Cool. At Clarissa, or from Clarissa after Lost in Love. You can have multiple skills reserved with Spellslinger. Then you perform combos like triggering Frostbolt and Ice Nova together. Ooh. Oh, wait, yeah, Desecrate and Volatile Dead, or Bladefall and Blade Blast. See, that's what. Okay, there we go. That's a good one. That's a good point. Desecrate, Volatile Dead. I mean, we pretty much have Poet's Pin now on everything. That's absurd. And then Wand skill balance. Power Siphon and Kinetic Blast now deal higher portion of base damage at lower levels, growing slightly more damage at higher levels. We've also adjusted the damage of a couple of unique ones and that were below the damage curve of other unique items. Yes, please, let's get wand uniques back into the game, dude. That is awesome. Might do something wand starting off, because wands are already pretty strong. A wand slinger notable. What was there? That was the crit, wasn't it? Where did the crit get moved to? Is that it? No, that's the crit right there. Okay. Okay, so that's just a new cluster. I'm trying to figure out what they moved. It feels like they moved something. Oh, I know what they moved. I think it's the zombie cluster right there. Actually, is another like point to get to. I don't know, but that's arcing off. No, wait, that's that one shield thing or whatever. Okay. Anyway, increased damage while wielding a wand, and also I noticed that they have the recipe for it. Oh no, this is a notable change. Okay, never mind. I was like, wait, is this new? Okay, so new effect that previously, so increases and reductions of spell now apply to. Cool. Now you have just that in general. There's Crown of Eyes. Are they just gonna really buff Crown of Eyes now, or what? Like, that feels a little weird. Sure, let's go ahead and play this. There's the kinetic. Okay, that's the normal one. There, you can wait. Is that like a? Is that a barrage of them? Kind of looked like there was a lot of the middle stuff. Seeing like how it's racial cascade, ball lightning, wave of conviction. Not bad. This is gonna be awesome for ones, like for real. And that skill looks so. The main skill though, back to the kinetic bolt, it's either gonna be insane or it's gonna be very underwhelming for damage. I feel like this is gonna be either super overpowered or super underpowered. I mean, who knows? It could be just okay, but I have a bad feeling about that. That's gonna be start the league at your own risk. Anyway, moving on. We'll try to go pretty quick here through this. They're putting in scarabs for the Metamorph, which is cool. And now you get what is it? Guaranteed catalyst from this? Oh no, bosses with the itemized sample will be dropped, so scarabs can do that. And there's going to be more catalyst stuff essentially. So the rewards additional itemized sample will be rolled independently if the sample. Finally, a gilded Metamorph scarab. Okay, hang on. Where's it at? I kind of already read this one, and they're going to be putting the scarabs right here. That's cool. The main thing though is now you're going to have more catalysts. I figured we'd have more encounters, but we're getting more catalysts. So that's pretty nice. So catalysts are still a big deal. Right here, as Metamorph is the only way to get catalyst, we'll be taking a similar approach to what we did in the Blight League when it was added to the core. So yeah, I mean, it's pretty simple. You got scarabs. We're going to be getting better rewards when you do run into them. So, and it's kind of going to be rolled in like Blight. So, cool. Really good stuff. And there will be sextant modifiers for it as well. So yeah, pretty simple with that. Really good mechanic for Metamorph. I like it. Keep going. Okay, so going ahead and looking at these. Level 6 Awakened Support, 20% quality corrupted. The cheater. Wow, that is a card, yo. Okay, that's gonna be a big deal. Here we go. We've got low tolerance for poison. So damage over time multiplier for poison, notable. Poisons you inflict on non-poison enemies deal 300% increased damage. That's interesting. So that's a straight up front, like big poison hit. And I like this. Well, I mean the life and stuff is just random, isn't it? Okay. But yeah, that is pretty cool. Interesting though. I'm wondering what would be a good, like, because something has to not be poison. So your first big hit, that's really good at delivering a big hit of poison. Is that a Scourge Arrow maybe? You'd want, instead of a lot of hits, you want a big hit with that kind of setup. I mean, that definitely helps clear with poison, the main thing. Okay, gotta go fast. Or gotta go fasting. Oh my gosh, I feel like I got trolled. 20% increased flash charge gain, 20% increased movement speed while under no flask effect. Okay. Kind of interesting. Huh. I was not expecting the while under no flask effects. Yeah, that's weird. Time dismantles all things eventually. Uber Elder Fragment. Yes, please. This one, oh yeah, we've seen this, but you can't ignite, chill, or freeze, but your critical strikes then inflict Scorch, Brittle, and Sap, which is a pretty big deal if you're not going really for the shock. And in this case, if you cannot ignite, chill, and freeze, or chill, freeze, and shock, then Skitterbots should still be able to. So if you're doing all elemental damage and you're not focusing on any of the above things, you can go ahead and get some pretty nice buffs with the Brittle and Sap. Your build, that's a pretty big deal. Okay, Feral item, that's kind of cool. That'll be a fun gambling one for some people. This Touch of Cruelty. Chaos skills have 10% chance to hinder enemies on hit with 30% reduced speed. Enemies hindered by you take 10% increased chaos damage. That's a pretty cool little deal there. You do some blight stuff. I mean, at that point, it's yeah. There's a few options you could do for some builds. Cool, they did. We got multiple portal stuff. So you have different portal effects. There you go. It'll select random portals as you open them. I'm just wondering, can you take... Actually, let's watch this. Because I'm curious if you can, like, make your own pool of portals that it chooses from. I guess they're not going to show any of that here. Because I don't want that. I don't want that one. I have that one. I don't want it. I don't want it popping up. It's going to be annoying. Another new Overshock. Okay. What do we got? 3% increased lightning damage. Your shocks can increase damage taken by up to a maximum of 60. Whoa. That's really cool. Yes, please. Cry Wolf. 30% increased Warcry duration. Warcries count as having 10 additional nearby enemies. Interesting. So, is that just period? Like, if you have 0 enemies near you, you can just count it as 10, so you can always ramp up your endurance charges with Warcries, I guess? That's going to be an interesting node to use for a few different builds. Self-fulfilling prophecy, plus 1% to critical strike chance of Herald skills. Dang it. 25%. I was seeing the critical strike chance, I was like, yes, but it's just a Herald's. I'm going for a crazy crit build, so we're gonna see what we can do. If you dealt a critical strike with a Herald skill recently, that's a 25% crit multiplier. But yeah, really cool stuff, really awesome things. I guess they just add stuff to this as they go, so we might check back with this later, see if they've added anything else. I'm really hyped. I can't wait to get into some build making. Probably going to be starting Blade Vortex, and if a friend of mine's playing, we're going to be starting 2 builds in hardcore, so Bill might be doing Blade Vortex, we'll see. But that'll be kind of cool to check that out. Blade Vortex has crazy area now. I'm excited. There's tons of wanding stuff I want to do. This is going to be a good league. I have a really good feeling about this league. But anyway, guys, usual stuff will be down in the description. Let me know what you're thinking about starting out as your league starter and what kind of build ideas you've got going and what you think about some of the changes with, like, say, the Atlas, the tier 1, them getting rid of that. That kind of is a bummer, having the 1 tier higher. Yeah, but anyway, that'll be it for this one. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, all that. Peace.